Standby for Titanfall.
Hey Titanfall Legends, Jax here. If you saw my last video, you heard that I'm currently on a temporary break for the channel due to lack of time to work on videos. Originally I was going to keep the channel on hold until I was back, but after a lot of suggestions from other Titanfall Legends, I decided to hire a temporary host for the channel. The temporary host is here to cover the Titanfall 2 news and make informative and entertaining Titanfall 2 videos in the meantime. And to be clear, I am not making this decision without your final approval. All I ask is that you watch this video in its entirety, have an open mind, and give the new host a chance. Please don't expect them to be just like me, but expect quality. If you approve of the new temporary host, leave a like rating on this video. If you don't approve, leave a dislike. We'll make it a democracy vote, so if the majority like the new host, they'll continue doing videos until I return. Once again, try to be open-minded. This is just the first video from the new host, and they'll continue to improve down the road. If you like them, but think they have something to improve on, then leave a like and let them know in the comments. Without further ado, I give you the new temporary host of Titanfall Legends, a longtime Titanfall player, YouTuber, and someone I think will make a great host, Dude.
Hey Titanfall Legends, I'm Dude, and I'll be the new temporary host of the channel until Jax returns in the near future. In this video, I will be going over how Titans will work in Titanfall 2. The biggest change is that there are now 6 Titans with a permanent loadout created for them. They each serve separate roles out on the battlefield by having their own 4 abilities that consist of an ordnance, tactical, defensive, and core. As of now, 3 of the 6 Titans have been revealed. Let's start by looking at Scorch. Short for Scorched Earth, Scorch's primary offensive and defensive weapon is fire. Blunt and direct, Scorch can chain its abilities to force enemies out of cover or trap them to deal maximum damage. The primary weapon is the T-203 thermite launcher. It's described as being lethal, single-shot thermite projectiles that set ablaze anything within range. For its ordnance, Firewall, firing a direct wall of thermite in the enemy's direction. Its tactical, Incendiary Trap. It deploys flammable gas canisters which can be triggered by the slightest spark. Heat Shield is the defensive which liquefies incoming artillery while dealing damage to nearby enemies. Its core is called Flame Core, which creates a giant wave of fire that destroys anything in its path. And just a side note, he does not have any dashes, but next up we have Ion, who has 1 dash. Laser Focus, the Ion is all about power. With a central energy system that fuels all of its offensive and defensive abilities, the Ion is an effective tactical force on the frontier. I'd say he's reminiscent to Atlas from the first title. The primary weapon is the Splitter Rifle. It's described as being a rapid single-fire energy rifle with the ability to leverage the Ion's central energy system to fire 3 deadly shots at once. For its ordnance, Laser Shot. Shoulder-mounted, this lethal beam cuts through anything in its way. And its tactical, Tripwire. Laser-triggered explosive mines. Vortex Shield is the defensive, which absorbs incoming fire and redirects it at the enemy. If you remember, this was in the original game as well. Its core is called Laser Core, a deadly oversized laser beam fired from the chest of the Ion and capable of stopping anything in its path. And finally, Ronin. Ronin is a hit-and-run specialist. He can do a lot of damage in short bursts, but his fragility makes it suboptimal to stay in range for long. His speed, combined with Arcwave's ability to slow, gives him the tools to get into and out of any fight. The primary weapon is a lead wall shotgun. It's described as being a high-power, low-capacity shotgun that bounces off of walls. For its ordnance, Arcwave. By swiping his sword across the ground, Ronan creates an electrical wave that damages and slows enemies hit by it. Its tactical, Phase Dash. Ronan dashes in any given direction, temporarily phasing out the world, avoiding incoming fire and creating the element of surprise. Sword Block is the defensive, which reduces damage taken and can be held indefinitely. Its core is called Sword Core, which empowers his melee and sword abilities, and gives access to new sword attacks. As I'm now wrapping up, it's also worth mentioning that the passive/perks for Titans will be the one customizable aspect. As of now, we know that the Guardianship, which increases the autopilot's accuracy, and Survivor, which gives more health when doomed, in the Titan are making a return from the first game, as well as a new one called Battery Perk, which will provide a damage boost. Rodeoing has been changed, as you now go through an animation in which you will rip off the enemy Titan's battery, but then you're immediately forced off following that. I'll touch on what the battery does in a moment. But after the the battery has been removed, you're still able to jump on the Titan's back, but this time you go through an animation of opening a hatch and throwing a grenade in, causing damage. Once again, you will be forced off, but you can keep doing this until the Titan is doomed. Getting back to the battery, it looks like there are no longer shields, however it appears that you are able to steal an enemy Titan's battery and place it on a teammate's Titan to regenerate some of their health. I personally really like this as it promotes teamwork. And that's what we know as of right now in regards to the Titans. I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been your host, Dude, and until next time, stand by for Titanfall.